Okay, here I have an interesting French lock. I have a Cavith. Very nice. Here's the key. So it's a pump lock. It's got 1, 2, 3 dimples on it, and 2, 3, 4, 5 sliders. The sliders are full of false gates and are a bit tricky. And the dimples are pretty easy though. So here is the lock. Mounted in the full door. So this is the exterior side, so that would go through your door and have about that much protruding. It's got a freely spreading hardened steel drill plate. It goes in like so, and either it would be locked and unlocked, possibly the other way around, depending which way your door is facing, I guess. So it needs 2 rotations. This is the interior side. So 1 and 2 revolutions. So I'm not going to be picking the exterior side because, quite frankly, it's very difficult. And I haven't worked out a great way to tension it. So I'm just going to pick the interior side. I'm going to pull it apart so you can at least have a look at as much as you can see on it. More of a show-off video than a picking video, this one. But yeah, better than nothing, eh? So for the interior side, all you need to do is pick the couple of dimples. I'm just going to stick this lever wire tensioner here. Just sort of fits nicely in one of these top channels where you've got a bit of flex room. And then you just need a hook. And 3. And there we go, it's picked. All right. The spring pressure on it though, so there you go, clearly moving. Gets to about here, and then it's just too strong for this tension tool. You can't quite overcome it. So you need something else to, mind you, when it's like that, it'll stay like that. I wonder, here's an experiment. If I just chuck one of these in here. Yep. Oh, that will go. Might even want. There you go. 1 revolution. Stiff. But once you get it picked out a little bit, you could do that to pick it. Then you need to do it again for a full unlock. Let's just prove the key still works after that, which of course it will. We're not actually all the way open. We're not. Haven't gone all the way. Where's that bar gone? There we go. Now it's back to locked. Yeah, perfect. All right. So that's the interior side picked. Not very difficult, obviously. It's not supposed to be secure. The exterior side, you need to do the same thing, but you need to work out how to tension the thing somehow. It's also very long, and you need to pick the sliders, which are like most pump locks. Be like the Aziz or the Pollux or Fontaine, any of those, but full of false gates, or the FTH, a bit like the FTH actually. So you could poke at them with a wire like this, assuming you've got the thing tensioned, and just jiggle, 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 and you'll get it. All right, let's pull this thing apart. You've got to tension it, and that really needs some kind of special tool making because they don't have a tension post. The tension's like off the dimples and off all of the channels, which is a clever design. Let's get a tray just for these screws. This unfortunately will not come apart all of the way, but you still get a bit of a look at how it works. All right, get those off. Okay. So we've got this hardened plate here. Holds everything in together. So that comes out. Then we've got the free spinning drill protection, cut protection, everything protection, and then we've got the lock here. So got our cam piece sits down like that, and as that turns, that just goes around, and it pushes in against this big spring plate here. So you can see there's two massive springs at the bottom. If I just demonstrate with the key on the other side, you can see when it operates, it pulls that heavy plate down and then it can slide across. So 1 and 2 and 2. So the cam pieces, yeah, pushes down against this and then it like pulls that across. So if we demonstrate by hand, if I pull, it's quite strong. If I pull that down by hand, it will just slide across, but it's very strong, not easy to do. That's about as far apart as this thing will go, or as much as I want to take it. Not entirely sure how you get this side off, but don't really fancy trying to put these giant springs back together, but that's how the mech works. Let's put that over there. So it makes for a nice display stand. So this bit does come apart just a little bit more, but not much. Take these off. It's demounted from this plate. Alright, there we go. That makes it like this. So then we've got this rear cam piece. So that's the bit that is pulling the thing along. It wants to go back with this post opposite that hole. And that's about as far as we get. So there's this like a rivet here which holds this cover on. And there's this like a star washer thing that holds the back together. And I don't know how that comes out, or if it does at all. Bit hesitant to try and remove that. I suspect even if I pull that off, it's not going to come all the way undone with this rivet in it, and I'm not going to cut that off. But anyway, here is the lock. Hope we get an alright view down there. So yeah, you can see you've got sliders in all of these positions and just those 3 dimples at the bottom. So yeah, even if you would like to chuck it in the vise, tension direct off the post here, it would be a reasonably challenging pick, even without any real tension, but obviously that doesn't count. But just as a tip, if anyone does play with one, if you are doing it like that, the dimples bind first. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and then the sliders will go, and they just jiggle like normal sliders, but you still got to tension the thing for it to actually count. Doing it like that doesn't, and it's full of false gates and generally a pain anyway. So I'm not going to do it like that. Just show it off. It's nice to see these interesting French locks. This one would need some kind of tool making, but even with a tool, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So if anybody does manage to pick one of these, let me know what your tool looks like. Cavith, they're pretty cool.